For this one, for this problem, notice there is an exponent that we have here, and we're supposed to take care of the exponents before we do everything else. So we will have to multiply this out before we multiply times the -1. Keep that in mind. We'll have to square this and times it by -1, because the negative is not squared. Only the r plus s quantity is being squared, and then that square is multiplied times -1. Meanwhile, over here, though, we could begin by distributing the r through these parentheses and the -s through these parentheses. We will also square this expression. Okay, so what we end up with is r squared minus rs minus sr, which is the same as rs or sr, same product, and negative s times a negative s is a positive s squared. And now we have negative, and in parentheses, r plus s, the quantity squared. Remember the formula for that. It's the first thing squared plus 2 times this times that, 2 times the first thing times the second thing, 2rs in this case, and plus the second thing squared, the s squared. That's the formula we just had in the last section. Okay, now at this point, we can do a couple of things. We can certainly combine these two like terms, negative rs will be negative 2rs. And we can also distribute this negative, finally, here through the parentheses. So when we do all this, we end up with r squared minus 2rs. Negative rs is negative 2rs. Plus s squared. Then minus distributes to the r squared, so minus r squared. Minus distributes to the 2rs, so it's minus 2rs. And the minus distributes to the s squared, so it's minus s squared. Now we can combine like terms, and notice that many terms cancel out now. We've got an r squared here, and we've got a negative r squared here, so the r squared cancels out with a negative r squared. We've also got an s squared here, but a negative s squared here. Those add up to 0 also. So after that, what we have left is simply negative 2r's, and then another negative 2r's. Those add up to negative 4r's. So this problem simplifies all the way down to this one monomial.